way, Stone's good.
Yeah. And one thing I heard about Rasmus Andersson is I guess he was sort of the man on the power play in Stockton last year. So he's an experienced in the AHL level of being a power play specialist. So
No, Anderson getting better game after game, so you do not take him out. See how good he does. Valmaki's kind of plateauing or showing a consistent good level.
Yeah, I think with Valimaki you have to be careful when you assess, though, because he is a stay-at-home defenseman.
Yeah.
So, like, the sort of rule of thumb with those guys is if you don't hear their name, then they're doing a good job. And that, now that we start talking about it, that could be a reason the Flames are starting to have success, is these two young defensemen, every game they're getting better and better, and it's stabilizing the whole decor.
Valmaki gets his name called out, and it's most like he steals the puck or breaks up a pass.
Yeah.
So that's some good call out.
So, but back to the topic of scratches.
Well, Giordano's untouchable.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, there's really no one else to scratch.
No one else. Oh, Hamonic.
He's pretty high up there on the pecking order, too. I think
he got his first goal.
Yeah, he drove the net.
Toronto.
And it bounced off his skate, I think.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He stands up for players and gets a broken face, and then you don't sit him after that for performance reasons. Let him play. And he plays good. So
then let's turn our attention to offense.
So it's agreed then Stone or Brody should be sitting.
Brody, I think as long as he plays like he has been, he's untouchable. But he's consistently inconsistent. So when his play drops, and it inevitably will, then that's the time to maybe send him a message.
Yeah.
But I would say it's probably, you start with a demotion to the second or third pairing. But I think maybe rotating the scratches between Stone, Valimaki, and even Anderson it's probably the way it's going to go in the next month.
Yeah, I see that. It seems fair.
Yeah.
But of course, all of this can change based off performance.
Yeah, one game can change everything.
On to the forwards.
Yeah. It's been Austin Zarnik who's been scratched, and...
who are some names we can add to the bottom of the buckets?
I'm not a huge fan of Ryan. I could see him being scratched.
He came out with a lot of gusto, but his performance seems to be petering out or plateauing as well. Halfway I like the sport, but let's face it, he doesn't have raw talent. He's got raw effort.
He's a good fourth liner.
Yeah.
He's like Lance Boma, who doesn't block shots.
I was thinking, or the old Stajan. When we get even older, it'll be just like Stajan.
Yeah.
So
he's pure effort.
Yeah. Dubé, the other rookie, no points yet, but he's noticeable out there. He's my boy.
That's your new boy, Dubé. He has flashes, but I think he's slotted in the right spot on the fourth line. And he took another monster hit last game.
Yeah, and Hammock came in to rescue again.
Yeah, didn't drop the gloves this time, but...
No, it was taking penalties after that. Dubé didn't protest or look upset. He seems like a guy who can take a hit and gives hits. Solid hockey.
Yeah, he's taken two big ones and he bounced back, so...
Who we don't need to add to the list is probably Bennett or Jankowski. Decent plays of these last games from both.
Yeah, I think they've been solid, both of them. Yeah. And I'm a fan of Jankowski, so...
I am too, but when he doesn't finish the plays, either by goal or assist, you quickly forget about him. Yeah. And then kind of falls in almost like, the same level as Bennett. Bennett shows his moments of brilliantness, but he's lacking something.
Well, I always attribute it to he doesn't have great hockey sense or hockey smarts. He has, obviously he's in the NHL, he has good hockey smarts, but he's not sneaky good like Goudreau or Tkachuk. He's more just brute force, jam the puck in.
Yeah.
So, Bennett, I don't know if he'll ever be an 80-point guy. His peak might be 40 points.
We down for the same bet, 30 points this season? Over under?
Yeah, well, let's do it.
We will carry over again. I'm taking under, you got over.
Yeah, I'll definitely take over. I think this year he's guaranteed to break the 30 mark, so I'll take that bet.
All right, so halfway for me.
I think Ryan should be a guy who's scratched.
For you.
I'd like to see more of Austin Zarnik, but...
yeah, I agree.
So now we're a month into the season. Flames have played 12 games, I think. And, this is when a lot of coaches say, don't judge a team until they played at least 10 games.
They played 13.
13.
7-5-1.
Okay, so... But now is the time we can start to judge the Flames.
I agree. Now's a good time to start judging. One thing Bob Hartley used to do or say is he used to break the whole season up into 7-game patches. I always thought that made a little sense. You want to win that, so you have to win 4 out of 7 games. You hold that for the season, and the Flames are doing that so far. Both sets are halfway through second set of 7, looking on top.
So what's your prediction, though, going forward? How good are the Flames? And do you think that... Are we thinking playoffs or golf?
I'm thinking playoffs solely based on the power of our division. It's definitely the worst division. Maybe Metropolitan is just bad, but Pacific is bad.
No, I think Pacific is the worst. Because Metropolitan, you have Washington and Pittsburgh, who are, they're teams that have won the Cup recently. So...
And Carolina, but then the rest is kind of garbage. Unless Torts pulls some magic out.
Columbus could play good.
Let's start comparing the Flames to last year. I definitely see improvement. Everyone's talking about depth in the lineup. And I'll say, yes, there's depth. I won't go crazy about it. But I'm still seeing a lot of the problems with not finishing on big plays. Power play.
Yeah. Power play, I think, is 1 for 35 or something.
So, yeah. Make the playoffs, skim in, see how it goes from there. One thing I like about Calgary is generally players stay healthy. Monahan was fixed up over the offseason, but he doesn't play the greatest game, so I see no big injuries happening this season. I think nothing big last year except for everyone being hurt at the end. But it was obvious that we were making the playoffs by then. So
yeah, I will go playoffs based on what you were saying about the division is weak.
Yeah,
and there's no superpower in the division, which means any team could kind of grab the top spot. And there seems to be, at least early on, a couple teams that you'd consider bottom of the league. So I think based on that, we have a good chance to make the playoffs. And the other thing is depth, as the season goes on, is more important.
Yeah. Because
it mitigates injuries and players wearing down. So I think that bodes well for us.
Bill Peters is working with more depth than Glenn Gulson did.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you think he's out coaching him too? Hard to say.
At this point, I'd say no. But that one, I think I need more games to see, just because the Flames have. You need a few more games to really know the system of the coach.
Gulson, assistant in Edmonton now.
Yeah.
Brings over his boy Chason, who's doing pretty good. I think got 3 goals. Following former Flames players as they leave, some I hate, some I don't care about. Chason, I'm glad he's doing good.
He's a guy you hated on your team, but love on other teams.
Yeah, it feels like
and he's a former Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, not bad life post Flames for Chase.
Yeah, not bad at all. Welcome to part 3 of our 31-part series, Meet a Mascot, Tonight, we go to our own hometown, Calgary, Alberta, and meet the mascot for the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, baby.
Harvey the Hound is the mascot of the NHL's Calgary Flames. Introduced in 1983, Harvey was the first mascot in the NHL. Harvey is described by the Flames as being 6'6" and 200 pounds. He was acquired as the Flames' first-round draft pick in 1983.
Hey, wait a minute. He's the first mascot ever in the NHL.
The first mascot.
Hey, I didn't know that.
He's an OG.
Yeah.
Harvey was created, owned, and performed by Grant Kelba. His popularity with the Flames was such that many teams contacted Kelba about making mascots for their own teams. Under Kelba's management, Harvey was invited to the NHL to attend 7 All-Star games and toured Japan to promote the NHL over there.
Hey, boy.
Kelba sold Harvey to the Flames in 1996 and stayed performing until his retirement in 1999.
Props to Kelba.
Yeah, some guy made his whole career out of Harvey the Hound.
Hey, he's a pretty good hound.
Yeah, really good hound. There's a little controversy with Harvey as well. I don't know if you remember this. Harvey gained widespread publicity on January 20th, 2003 at the Pengrowth Saddledome following an incident with the Edmonton Oilers head coach, Craig McTavish. With the Flames leading 4-0, Harvey was taunting the Oilers bench. The Oilers squared him, and eventually a frustrated coach reached up and ripped Harvey's signature red tongue out of his mouth, tossing it into the crowd.
I do remember that. Ripping the tongue. That was some international controversy, or big-time controversy.
Yeah. League-wide.
League-wide. No, he's good. Everyone loves Harvey. I'm sure you've touched him before I touched him. He travels with the team. Harvey came to our school. Props to Harvey. He's a hard-working hound, the hard-working mascot. Much more than fucking Phoenix mascot. Just goes to charity foundation.
Yeah, I hope as a dog owner, one day you dream your dog grows up to be like Harvey.
It's the dream for every dog, man. Make millions, sell the idea.
Okay, should we do some comment board heroes?
All right.
Okay, so this is Comment Board Heroes, where we scroll through the internet, go to the deepest, darkest caves.
Just troll it.
Yeah, and then we find some of the best comments of the week, and we comment on the comments.
Yeah, read them out to you. Let's hear 'em.
So first one is an AHL-related comment. It's about John Gillies. I guess recently in a game he gave up 8 goals on 25 shots. So not a great performance. And Lemon Meringue 13 said 5.47 GAA, .832 save percentage through 6 games. Get it together, please, Johnny. We used to believe.
It's true. He's the Flames' third goalie. Him and Rick were battling for backup goalie status. Rick started off the preseason pretty poorly, so everyone thought Gillies was going to be the man. But I guess he didn't get the job, and now he's drinking himself.
He's a little disgruntled
About it.
Yeah, it could be his disappointment leads to bad play, or maybe he's in a bad streak. But the Flames also have another goalie prospect. I believe his name is Parsons, who they have high hopes for. So, you know, Gillies, he needs to really step it up, especially with Mike Smith being a free agent next year. It could be an opportunity for him to get a job on the top club.
Yeah, well, Calgary Flames member, we're rooting for you, Gillies. So
yeah. Get it together, man.
Get it together. All right. Grace Gilliland Holmes' career high in goals is only 9 or 17. He's halfway there now, over 12 games.
Yeah, that's to think that he's never scored more than 17. It's crazy because he's scored so many in the first 12.
Hey, and he looks good doing them. He's like a Monahan, but like he's like They trade him for Felicity man for man, and straight up, it was a fair trade, and they seem to be on par with each